What's good, y'all, man? We got Monarch episode 7 breakdown, explaining theories. But episode 7 was one of the best episodes. I ain't gonna lie, it was so much going on at once, and a lot of revealing and everything, man. And I ain't gonna lie, episode 7 is up top with the other episodes and stuff coming with the best, because it was a lot of shit that we know so far. But yeah though, look at the breakdown.
Dust yourself off, we have a brand spanking new episode of Monarch, which means tons of new theories and events to discuss. And yes, I have a juicy new theory that hints Keiko is alive and how she'll be back. There's also this
She alive?
season trailer that has all new footage on where the show is headed. I'll have a whole breakdown of that at the
I didn't see that trailer.
end of the video, and if you haven't seen the trailer yet, I've left a link to that in the description. As always, there are timestamps to all the
I ain't see it yet. I didn't see
I'll be
that.
covering, and before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. One of the biggest mysteries leading into this episode is where the hell is Godzilla? You can't tell me that a giant monster the size of a skyscraper just up and vanished. If I were to hazard a
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, where he is? I'm like, where he at? Shit, he just left and that's it.
Yes, Godzilla has entered these series of interconnected tunnels and caves that we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong. This is what he's using to get around undetected. It's also possible, since Algeria is right next to the Mediterranean Sea, that Godzilla made it into the ocean where it would be more difficult to detect him. The main focus of this episode is May's past. Right off the bat, May is kidnapped by a company called AET, or Applied Experimental Technologies. And it's not your typical bag-over-the-head kidnapping. She gets her own private...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, like, she gon', you know what I'm saying, she over there grinding and shit, you know? She got a private plane, she's sitting all calm and shit, like, you know what I mean? They sitting all calm and like, damn, what the fuck going on? I'm like, oh yeah, they gotta know her. They gotta know her then.
Jet and isn't even tied up. 30 months ago, or 2 years...
I didn't even know her past and shit. I'm like, oh, that's what's going on.
6 months, May was hired as a programmer for AET by this woman, Brenda Holland. This work was appealing to May because this
ain't playing too, boy.
company sought to change the world with its Neuralink technology. Tech that could help people walk again, among other things. This is eerily similar to Elon Musk's Neuralink technology. But 6 months into the job, she finds that she's been relegated to menial tasks and feels her talents are being squandered. So she does some digging and hacks into some
she a hacker.
Which leads her to the cybernetic neuro interface unit, a restricted area where she uncovers that AET has been performing tests on animals. So she basically goes scorched earth and deletes...
Yeah, I'm saying, see, she want to know behind the scenes. You find out what behind the scenes and shit.
years and millions of dollars worth of research. Basically goes scorched earth and deletes...
Everyone looking for you. Did you do something? Core, our system is crashing. 911, Core, are you in the building? Crazy shit going down here.
Years and millions of dollars...
I said, Core, I know you did it.
...worth of research, prompting her to assume a new identity and fly to Japan. Now May, or Cora Mateo if you're to use her real name, must face the music being brought back to Brenda and AET. Brenda has a deal for May. She knows May is in with these guys searching for Godzilla, and these Mutos might be the next big thing for the company. Imagine the tech they could make if they could study these giant creatures. So in exchange for info, May can get her life back. If not, AET's lawyers will clamp down on her. We never see if May agrees to these terms, just that Brenda leaves the office saying she's glad they could come to an agreement. But where it gets weird is that May tells Kate and the others that she can't be that person anymore, that spy. She can't go with them. So it appears May is not going to take AET's deal. But what brings May back with the team is a deal Verdugo makes with Kate.
Yeah, and then Kate, she talked to them.
Verdugo can get May to come along.
Verdugo, what her name is?
Then Kate will get her Lee Shaw. So some backdoor deal happens between Monarch and AET.
Yeah, because they said Monarch in the office or some shit. So they made a deal. We ain't hear about the deal, but they made it though, because she let go.
That frees May, allowing her to reconnect with the team. Just what this deal is remains to be seen.
Yeah, I was saying, they just said Monarch, that was it.
Have something to do with Walter Simmons and Apex Cybernetics. May briefly refers to someone named
Yeah, then we got somebody that's higher up than her. Obviously up some.
Walter having enough money to recoup AT's losses from her hack. And in Brenda's final scene, she talks to a man she refers to as Mr. Simmons as the Apex Cybernetics logo appears on her computer. These are both references to Walter Simmons, who you may remember from Godzilla vs.
Might connect.
Kong. He is the CEO of Apex Cybernetics, a tech company hell-bent on killing Godzilla and creating mecha titans that can be piloted telepathically. AET and its Neuralink look to be the precursor to this tech. With the resources of Duvall's rogue Monarch unit, Lee and Duvall are able to take over Monarch Outpost 88 in Alaska. This appears to be the same outpost Lee and the others encountered in Episode 4, the one near this glowing rift. Now there are some interesting bits of information here. Lee tells the workers that they're either with him on the right side of history or prepare for humanity to be on the endangered species list. Now this doesn't necessarily mean he wants to kill Godzilla. In fact, last episode he said he wanted to protect him. So it appears Lee wants to stop the other titans and sees them as a threat. We know these titans appear to be attracted to these glowing rifts, and Lee has found a way to stop them.
Yeah, just put bombs on them. That's what he did. Just bomb them.
For detonating these explosives, he says, "Now watch this," almost as if he knows what's about to happen. And I don't think anyone could have predicted how this explosion was going to defy physics. So does this mean that Lee has done this before? There's a lot about Lee's past that we simply don't know.
In fact, he got a lot of stuff.
Talked about a few episodes ago. Now, as we move into our trailer sleuthing section, we might have some answers. Now, there are only 3 episodes left, but a new mid-season trailer came out.
Oh,
which
shit.
offers insight into where the
A lot
show
of new
is
shit.
headed.
Oh,
So I'll be
Godzilla.
covering that as
Oh, yeah, I
well.
think I saw that. Godzilla coming back? Well, of course. Of course.
We have this shot of a man and woman touching hands. Last episode, we learned about Lee and Keiko's affair, so maybe this is them, or perhaps this is Bill, Randa, and Keiko. We'll see him wear a white shirt and similar tie in this shot, however, we can't see a bandage on his left hand. Speaking of this shot, this has got to be young Hiroshi, or else why would Bill be kissing a random boy on the head? This is the shot I'm most interested in, Lee and a team preparing for some sort of mission. It has a kind of astronaut vibe, but I'm thinking instead of these guys going into space, they're going into the hollow earth in this round metal ball. We'll see a similar, if not the same metal ball years later with May and Kate in front of it. Here's Lee in front of a laptop that says Prime, the same Prime that showed up before closing the rift in Alaska. Could he be trying to close another rift? Remember, there remain 2 additional locations that Hiroshi was looking into that we haven't visited yet. One in Central Asia, the other in Vietnam or Cambodia. So either Lee is still in Alaska here, or we've moved on to another one of these locations. Across from him is Kate, who looks a bit concerned. She'll probably tell him to stop what he's doing, to which we'll get more information on what exactly his motivations are. We know that the team makes its way to Monarch headquarters in Virginia with Tim. We can see Verdugo here telling them that these titans are an inescapable reality. This electronic map here looks to be at Monarch, pointing out specific areas which have high levels of gamma radiation. There's one to the left here in Mexico, which may hint at Rodan, who we saw in 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters. The Algeria reading where Godzilla was found here is in the center. Remember how Tim and Hiroshi had Central Asia and Vietnam, Cambodia on his map? Well, here's the Central Asian location in Kazakhstan, the same place Keiko was lost in 1959. The other location is Myanmar, just a bit off from this Vietnam and Cambodia location. Here's Kate in some sort of facility as armed soldiers take over. Perhaps Lee and Duvall's rogue Monarch group. This is the Ion Dragon.
Dragon.
The USS Lawton in the Philippines
same one.
in 52. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is Lee and May escaping some sort of gamma reaction. The purple and blue colors look a lot like those found in Alaska. Now this shot is super interesting. This looks to be the inside of one of those metal balls that Lee went into way back when. Either they are time traveling or heading into the hollow earth, but what I'm really curious about is this mystery person with long, straight black hair. We see the back of their head here and inside the metal ball here. The only other person who fits this description is Keiko.
Oh, Keiko, she back, y'all. She back. She back. She back. She back.
Who we last
She
saw.
back. I thought she was dead. Maybe she knows something that we don't know something.
Falling into this.
She came back. She came back.
same Kazakhstan location back in 1959. Am I crazy to believe that she comes back? Well, remember in episode 2 how Keiko and Bill found these bodies in the USS Lawton who had been there for over a decade, and they remarked how it looks like their bodies hadn't aged due to being covered in this goo. We never saw Keiko die, so it's possible.
Yeah, we didn't though. I mean, yeah, like Mara said, if you don't see them die, shit, they gonna come back. No cap.
Her body was taken.
She come back when you see her die, shit. They got like she came back from that shit.
These creatures and put into a similar cryostasis. Here's Bill getting blown away after that mission Lee was preparing for explodes, similar to that of the rift in Alaska. That explains how Lee knew what was going to happen when these
that little tornado shit. Yeah.
Explosives went off. We are back in Kazakhstan to see Kate fighting off one of these grown-up egg creatures. I'm not sure whether this takes place before or after she gets into this metal ball, and she's also wearing the same shirt we'll see her in this shot with the ball in the background. This all seems to be culminating in a final battle between Godzilla and the Ion Dragon. The place where this takes place looks a bit weird. Perhaps it's in between the hollow earth and surface, as we can see multiple of these rifts all over the place. Wherever it is, I'm looking forward to this showdown.
Yeah, I was saying, that's gonna be a good fight.
Now I turn it over to you. What are your thoughts and theories for the upcoming episodes? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.
I like it already, man. Episode 8. So we got 3 more. I don't know. I think we got 3 more shows, 3 more episodes. But anyway, man, like it up. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Let me know y'all, man. Yeah. Peace.